Good afternoon, welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, then we've finally got our face forward camera activated, and we are sort of going to talk through the Airbus A321neo, the new release on Microsoft Flight Sim Market. It is $20.99 for this aircraft. It comes with loads of different liveries and different options as well in terms of engines and things like that. So we'll talk about that in a bit more detail just shortly, but what I do want to talk you through is this. It's the self-loading cargo. Now the app is no longer in development, so it's a good buy at $12.99. Sorry, I just realised that my gain is all the way up, so I'm probably very loud. So yeah, you can select on the drop down menu once you've bought it. $12.99, as I say. Just type into Google self-loading cargo Microsoft Flight Sim, it will bring it up. It's $12.99. As I say, it's no longer in development, so if you need tech support, there's not much in the way of tech support, or their Discord channel is discontinued, so there's no contact with the developers at all, which is a bit of a shame because it is pretty good considering the amount of different aircraft available on this for the seating plan. And because of that, it doesn't load the cabin, so you don't get the custom views that you will see what we're getting today. So anyway, we're going to set it for the Airbus A321 cabin layout. We can change the cabin layout, we can select cabin equipment, movie screens or Wi-Fi. For this particular flight, we're going to go Wi-Fi. You can go into the advanced settings. So if you've got sim brief. Afternoon, Scott Watson music, how are we? So I thought I'd do a live. You said that I need to talk more, and the best way to do that is on a live and discuss some of the features that we've got on Flight Sim now. So as I was saying, you've got the self-loading cargo. This is the A321, available on Flight Sim Market for $20.99, and it comes with, I think it's 14 different liveries and 4 different aircraft layouts, so you can have different engine styles. This here is a separate paid app at $12.99, but the developers seem to have done one and don't bother their backside with it now, which is a shame because it is actually pretty good. Hopefully I sound okay, because the gain is massively high in this mic, and hopefully it works okay. So as I was saying, you can click into advanced settings. From here, if you've got sim brief, you can import your flight. So for example, I'm just going to import whatever the last flight I was planning to do was, and there it puts all the information in. You're talking to Jarvis. So there it's already put in some of the details from my advanced flight plan that I'd done at the last time. I just need to put the airline in, which I could put as EasyJet, which is fairly simple. However, you can just add all that in, but I'll cancel that at the moment because I'm quite happy there. Now what I'm going to do is you can set your passenger numbers quite happily. For this particular flight, to save time, I'm just going to put 20, and we're going to start the flight. Oh, right, so EGPF, I think, for Glasgow. So what I'm just going to do is keep that in there. I'm going to delete that out, delete that out, delete that out, and just leave the flight number. We want 50 passengers. Great, what's Heathrow? Right, we'll click ready to fly, and then I can hopefully have a look in the VFR map. in terms of where we're actually going. It's very slow. EGKK. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. Cruise altitude, we'll just set it at 24,000. We'll not worry about departure time. Hopefully it'll allow us. It has allowed us. So everything's good there, and what we're then going to do is get rid of that for starters, and we're going to put our external power on. External power on, we'll put our battery master on, and we will open the door. Tune Glasgow ground. Ground services. And request ramp connection. Now I'm just going to go to settings here and try and turn that music down. It just seems very loud. However, this is fine. Right, so we can't really think this, so we'll...
Hi, cabin crew, we're ready to get going now, so as soon as you're ready, you can open the doors and start letting the passengers on board. Thank you.
I do apologise about the music.
No problem.
So now that we've got that, we can Alt-GR our screens, drag them down onto the iPad so we've got them in front of us. Happy enough with that. We're going to get our weather on, because we are flying real-time weather. Now what I do want to check is right, that's that working now. So we'll go straight for our 24,000 feet while the passengers are getting boarded. Now, as you can see, at the moment you've got a satisfaction rate telling us how many are on board, how many are seated, and how many are secured. If we click on here, we can open the passenger manifest. Shows us our cabin crew, who we've got and what bags are taken. On here we've got a seating plan that shows us pretty much what everybody's doing. I'll make it a bit bigger for you. So we've got our passengers boarding, we've got our cabin crew.
Here, so we're happy for you to close the doors once everyone's on board. Thank you.
So there's that, and then there's flight logs, which we don't have any. So
Okay, great, we're almost done.
in fact, let's just, there's one way to sort it. We'll just turn the music off. Now on here that should have changed to a Wi-Fi symbol. It hasn't, so God knows. Let's continue with getting everything else set up. Our electrics are on. Open our cross feeds. Pumps on. APU gens on. On. I can turn the external power off. Put our master APU on. Set ignition to start. And hopefully, if I've done this right, once our passengers are on board, we can begin pushback. Quick cup of coffee. Kinda wishing it was that Thai green tea. But it's not, it's coffee. Okay, we have 50 on board, we can close the doors. We can disconnect the ramp. We'll just check their
Hi,
manifest.
Captain. All passengers are on board and doors have been closed.
I've got 1, 2, 3. Waiting to be secured. Seated and secured. Seatbelt symbol has been turned on. All are seated and secured. We can now begin pushback.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome on board the aircraft. My name is Steve. I'm your pilot today, along with First Officer David and your senior flight attendant Alana. Today, with the rest of the crew, we'll be making our way around the cabin, making sure you're comfortable. We're not anticipating any delays, so we should be arriving on time at our destination. The guys on the ground have just told us they've finished loading the final bits of luggage into the aircraft, so we should be on our way very shortly. We are, however, waiting to receive clearance to push it back and start before we taxi to the runway. If you could help the cabin crew by getting yourself sat comfortable with the seatbelts fastened, that would be fantastic. Once airborne, we'll be starting our in-flight services, but for now, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and I hope you enjoy the flight. Thank you.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft. Standing by for pushback.
So cleared to Gatwick Airport as filed. Takeoff runway 23, climb and maintain 10,000 feet. Departure on 119.875 Scott 1445. Sorry. I'm pretty sure he told us to release a parking brake. Did he?
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes released, and we'll go with start
Commencing
up
pushback. You
on
can start the engines in sequence.
It will
Engine
start in
2.
the sequence.
and hopefully once it stops bugging out we'll see that engine start, which we're not. There we go.
Cap crew arm doors, thank you.
cabin is secured. All doors cross-test. We're ready to go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
So slightly different from the A320.
Disconnect.
Roger. Good engine.
As I say, we're trying to keep our...
See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Hold in
We're,
position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
try and keep our satisfaction rate above 70%. Tug is almost clear. So over here we can have a look at different information that we've got. I don't know why it expects us in 3 hours. We can see what the passengers are thinking, which is great. Any ground or technical reports we can get here as well. And here any medical issues, passengers feeling ill, we might need to divert to another airfield. And here just giving us a status. The crew will get seated once we start approaching the runway, which we can head for now. Runway 23 at Glasgow Airport, heading to Gatwick. So there's a few wee technical issues with this design, as you can see the window frames. Oh, I see 130 there, and A380. So we've got our cabin crew there, and they should take their seats for takeoff. That aircraft is now out our way. Can continue our taxi. Ah, for goodness sakes. Right, let me just right, acknowledge this time, and then I'm going to let AI take over that for just now. Now, as I say, this is the LEAP engines. It is quite a detailed add-on, this one, Scott, but as you can see, it's very unstable during taxi turning. The A320 is not quite as unstable as that. That's about the only kind of downside to it.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff, please. Thank you.
Listen, for £20.99, it's a pretty decent add-on. And it is available direct from the flight sim market, so that's pretty decent. Taxi 2, hold short, runway 23 via taxiway Mike Golf Alpha Easy 323. We've got an Emirates flight coming out behind us as well. Cabin is secured, crew are seated, passengers are all secured and seated. So as I say, the SLC self-loading cargo app, which is $12.99, well worth the money. As I say, it's just a shame there's no tech support, so you really have to kind of figure out everything for yourself on it. You can also announce a delay. So for example, if I click in here, we've got holding position, we can announce a delay from the gate, and this kind of updates the further into the flight you go. So we are now cleared for takeoff. As I say, its only downside to this is it's quite bouncy. A bit laggy as well, but that could be the amount of stuff that I've got running on this PC at the moment. Everything is secure. Couple of last minute checks. Flaps set to 10. Lights are on. Check reverse thrust. I'm happy, as long as you, the passenger, is happy. So he'll tell, or he should tell
100.
us 100. And we're up.
Gear up, please.
Gear up. Gear is up and locked. Oh, they're not happy with that turn. Right, let's get altitude set. Flaps back up. You'll see this aircraft speed up very quickly. got some turbulence ahead, so we'll just let them know. It's supposed to give an announcement, but it's not.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit once again, just to let you know we're expecting a small amount of turbulence up ahead, and as such I've turned on the seatbelt sign. For your safety, please remain seated for a few moments until the lights turn back off. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit once again, I want to let you know we look like we're about to encounter some rough weather up ahead, so I've turned on the seatbelt signs. We'll do our best to keep any disturbances to a minimum, but for your safety, please make sure you remain seated with your belts fastened for the next 10 minutes or so, or until I turn the lights back off. Thank you.
.300 heading at the moment is okay, but not great. Vertical speed, I'm just going to increase to try and get us up out of this cloud. Happy as a pig in shit, yes, I am. I am. It's took a long time to get it set. As I say, there is a slight issue with no display on this. And sometimes this wasn't working. But other than that, it appears to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may now use your electronic devices.
So the good thing, as I say, about this particular SLC add-on, you can see all the crew issues, you can see any medical issues. We don't need to worry about the ground report, but we do need to keep an eye on technical reports. And this is recent information, which we don't need to worry about. As I say, this should have changed to Wi-Fi because it was only a short haul flight, but we'll stick a movie on for them.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start our in-flight movie. If you'd like to watch, please plug in your headphones and select channel 3 from your armrest remote. Thank you and enjoy the film.
So quite happy with the way flight is going so far. We will serve some hot drinks.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start serving drinks. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any item from the out. Thank you.
So we've started our in-flight movie and we have some hot beverages on the way to the passengers. Once the hot beverages are done, we'll send out some food, and then we'll probably send out some cocktails as well. What we don't want to do is have too much going on because the crew are very busy, and if we go to the aircraft layout, you'll be able to see the crew going up and down. We can have a look at satisfaction levels. A couple of wee passengers here that are just not overly happy, so we'll have a look at thirst. Everybody is pretty much good, no hungry, got a couple possibly needing the toilet soon. Got one that's did quite a bit to drink, so we'll need to keep an eye on that. 15 watching the movie. And Wi-Fi, it's not gave us that option, so we can't give them the Wi-Fi. We've got one sleeping, 15 drinking some hot beverages, nobody eating at the moment, so yeah, boredom, not many people seem to be bored. Health wise, there's a few. Anxiety, still a few, but overall, it's not bad. It's not bad. Crew are very busy. They're supposed to be bloody busy. I've just increased the airspeed there. Don't know why we're sitting at 280. Sun not right here. It's a crosswind we've got, not a... Anyway, still going okay. %70 satisfied, so by the time we put the food out, which is now,
from the owl.
So the only thing, if I was developing this app, I think I would probably try and make those cabin announcements a bit more clearer. But the fact that it is kind of crackled in that and quite sort of in their face like this, it does kind of add to them pressing that microphone up against their mouth. They certainly wouldn't make it as singers, some of them. Ain't that right, Scott? So I just thought, rather than me recording a video and trying to sort of edit it all and make it look semi-good,
ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, just to let you know, we've reached our cruise level. We're not anticipating any delays, so hopefully we will have you at your destination on time, as planned. As the cabin crew make their way around the aircraft, please make sure the aisles are clear of any items. And I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the flight. Thank you.
Ah. So does that work with this? Oh, it does. That's how you turn the volume down.
The captain has turned off the seatbelt sign.
Ah.
And you are free to move about the cabin.
So when you hover over the music, using your mouse wheel. Ah, that makes sense. Thankfully, not too many issues at the moment. As I say, we have got that slight crosswind. However, when we land, it's going to be absolutely fine because it'll be on our tail. Excuse me. So, crew are still very busy, but in terms of everything else, we have no major issues. We've got excellent flight so far. Still saying nearly 3 hours to get to there, but we know it won't take us that long. I don't think we can stop the movie. No. But that's fine. I'm just fed up with the crew moaning that they're too busy. ECS. So yeah, SLC is brilliant. I think it's well worth the money if you want to just add that kind of added effect. As I say, you can have a look at the manifesto as well, or the manifest. And these are all printable, I believe. I'm sure I'd read somewhere that it was printable. Oh, it must be after, when you go into your flight log, you must be able to print it off. And you could create your own flight sim logbook, you know, keeping your flight logs in a folder, print it off on A4 paper, keep it in a folder. Same with your flight plans, and then you can always, you know, refer back to that flight plan at a later date. But it's pretty decent. Settings, you can actually, so if you do use text to speech, you can record a snippet of your own voice and it will play your voice as a captain. You can put the sound packs in. Yeah, so if sound pack does not contain a sound, play the default, which it will. Features, the only thing when you download this, it's not very forwarding with what it is, and why you need to have certain things, but I found an issue that it didn't work when I first got it, and you actually have to untick this and this section, so automatically open doors and automatically close doors when passengers have boarded, because there's an interaction between you or the automated open doors when you request jetway connection, so you're better off just unticking them. Play ding dong and play dong sounds. You got to play dong all the time. Penalties, if you don't want to get any penalties, then you can turn pretty much everything off. So yeah, you can definitely turn a lot of stuff off there. So it will just a couple of degrees. Third party services, SimBrief. You can connect, compatibility. Oh, right, so we are getting a wee bit of turbulence here. So we'll just let them know.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please fasten your seatbelt as soon as possible.
So I think what we might do is we might just
Ladies and gentlemen, from the
increase.
cockpit once again, just to let you know we're expecting a small amount of turbulence up ahead, and as such I've turned on the seatbelt sign. For your safety, please remain seated for a few moments until the lights turn back off. Thank you.
24. We'll go for 29,000. Just try and get up above this turbulence. So I'm just going to move that out the road now that we've kind of pretty much discussed the self-loading cargo in detail. So we'll have a quick look around the cockpit as to what actually operates on this. I think it's pretty much the A320 exactly the same. So they've got the iPad holders, which means I think they will be adding a lot more onto FlightSim.to for this aircraft. I have not done the update for the Beta 10. So FS10, I don't have the update or the beta for that. I was too late. I was going to do it today when I had the chance. Unfortunately, I didn't have the chance, so I haven't got it. But I've heard it is amazing. So that's pretty decent. Good news for a lot of flight sims. Still on vertical speed. I'll just go a couple of degrees back to the right, just to kind of help us with that crosswind. So let's have a look at the views. We've got this cabin one, which is a good one. We've got the staff working their backsides off. I don't see any trays in the seats, so it is kind of straightforward signs. I'll just
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start serving alcoholic drinks. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisles. Thank you.
So now that we're clear of that turbulence, I can turn the seatbelt signs off.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign, so you are free to move about the cabin.
So those were the LEAP engines rather than the P&W. Sorry, Amazon are here. Sorry about that. Turns out it wasn't Amazon after all. Yeah, that's Amazon Prime Extra. So it is. Actually, I can take that off. I just did that on because I was playing Warzone last night. Okay, so the views, as I say, pretty much similar to all the views we've had before. A couple of extra window views. Got one over the wing, one near the rear of the aircraft, one at the other side, one front looking at the engine, one at the other one. So yeah, pretty good. I know it says it's a no smoking flight, but I've had a rough morning, so I don't care. If MD's uncomfortable with it, let me know. I'll turn my front facing camera off. So the aircraft itself is the A321N, or Neo, and it's the LEAP engines, as I was saying earlier on, LEAP. Engines don't make any difference to me, as long as it works and it gets you there, and I don't need to do too much, then that suits me. Custom views, as I say, you get your cockpit and then inside the cabin. You can turn that down in your settings if you want. So a bit quieter towards the rear of the aircraft, a bit louder because you're sitting sort of mainly over the wings. Our gear is up anyway, so 50 souls on board, 54 if you include the cabin crew, sorry, 56 if you include the cabin crew, 57 if you include the cabin crew, captain and co-pilot. The guy at the back there is looking pretty relaxed. So we'll put our second lot of hot drinks out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start serving drinks. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any item from the out. Thank you.
About 100 mile till we start our descent from 29,000. Original plan was 24,000, but we had to increase it by 5,000 for turbulence. Seatbelt signs are off. 80% satisfaction rate at the moment, which is good. I think it'll really come down to the landing. I bet you I finished my coffee. Yes, I did. So a pretty enjoyable flight, as I say, lots of liveries to choose from. We also have the Phoenix A320neo, which is an absolute diamond of an aircraft. It's very well laid out, but there's no cabin interior. I think, you know, for something that you would pay 49 quid for, would have a cabin interior. However, it does come with 181 different liveries, which I think is pretty much every livery for that operate an A320 aircraft. So we're getting glad the plane isn't shaking. Excellent flight so far. I wish I could fly regularly. So it's all good from the cabin. We'll do one more pass of food.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start serving food. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any item from the aisle.
So the wind is starting to shift direction a wee bit, as indicated by this arrow here. I'm not sure if you can see where I'm pointing. Sort of here, it gives us direction of the wind. So I think it's 259, so it's coming from about here. Yeah, about there. It's coming across that way, hence why it looks as if we're off course, but we're not really. We're actually almost bang on course, which is good. As I say, we are flying in live weather, live time. We've got all our live traffic on. In fact, I just realised I've still got that open. I can get rid of that now. And I can move that back into place. Claudio, thank you for the subscription. No Go Guy. Sorry, I'm just trying to go through them all. Angelica Gomez, Rose Halfman, Angie Watson, Ross Root, Nathan Caldwell, and me. The rest are all privacy settinged, so I've had to mute them because the notification alert is a Top Gun theme, and we get into trouble for using it even though it's only a snippet of it. Right, so I've just realised that we're set on Mac speed, so we'll change that back to actual speed. We are going a bit quick. What have I just changed there? Vertical speed, so and just get that back down to 300. Otherwise I'm not going to enjoy the whole movie. So we've got an 82% satisfaction rate now. Obviously a lot of fat people on because the food seems to keep them satisfied. The air is lovely and smooth. Beautiful clear sky. I wouldn't say it's clear, but it's not bad. Food service is done. We'll send out some more alcoholic beverages.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start serving alcoholic drinks. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisles. Thank you.
Let's just have a quick look at the aircraft layout and see how everybody is. So satisfaction rate, we've got, yeah, a lot are happy. Mostly anxiety for a lot of people. Boredom, nobody's bored, which is good. Nobody's thirsty, which is good. Nobody's hungry, which is really good. Nobody desperately needing the toilets. We've got nobody that's drunk. One person sleeping and 9 now watching the movie. So overall, it looks pretty good. Quite happy to close that. Crew are still fairly busy. So I said about 70 miles away we'd begin our descent. We are going to use the help for landing here, the landing guide, just because I think there's quite a lot of cloud cover. Still warm outside, but I've been watching quite a lot of tutorials on actual flying, which is good fun. Trying to learn all the different things. So it is quite good to, you know, keeping a close eye on everything that you're doing. For example, on this here we can see that our autopilot 1 is on, our auto throttle is on, our autopilot heading, altitude and speed settings are all on, which is true. We've got a crosswind here which we can see on this line, so about 159, 160 degrees is what our autopilot heading is set at. However, our actual direction towards the airfield is almost 10 degrees off of that because of that crosswind. But as I say, when it comes time to land, then yeah, I think it's going to be a lot easier in terms of the landing. Somehow it's set to 29,100, so set it at 29,000 exactly. So at this moment in time we'll do one more drink.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to start serving alcoholic drinks. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisles. Thank you.
We're going to bring our speed down to 250. And then we'll take our altitude and we'll bring that back down to 24. So I think what we'll do is we'll announce that we're at top of our descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, you'll be delighted to know that we will shortly be starting our descent, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could make sure all aisles are clear for the cabin crew as they start making their way around the aircraft, it would be most appreciated. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, you may have noticed we've begun descending to our destination. We're not expecting any delays, so we should have you on the ground in the next 20 minutes or so. If you could assist the cabin crew by tidying the tray and handing them any letters that come around, it would be most appreciated, and make sure to fasten your seatbelts. For safety reasons, please turn off all electronic devices or switch them to airplane mode until after we've landed. Please also note that the aircraft toilets will shortly be out of use. Thank you.
Okay. So I think we can bring our speed down a bit more to about 230. And then we're going to put the seatbelt sign on. So we've got an 87% satisfaction at the moment, which is really good. As I say, anything above 70% is usually pretty good. I'm not sure why it's not letting me put the seatbelt sign on. Maybe because the movie's still running. See, this is why I didn't want the movie on. Charles. Ah well, looks like we're going to have to... Ah, right. Let's announce some turbulence. So it's on now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. Please fasten your seatbelt as soon as possible.
So we'll just keep the seatbelt sign on, claiming that we're going to get some turbulence.
Ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit once again, just to let you know we're expecting a small amount of turbulence up ahead, and as such I've turned on the seatbelt sign. For your safety, please remain seated for a few moments until the lights turn back off. Thank you.
Okay, so we can now start preparing the aircraft. And our indicated airspeed. We wanted 200. We'll just put those air brakes on, just to get us there a wee bit quicker, hopefully. Coming into the cloud, so and we are there, so I can lift that speed brake back up. Why Heathrow? We were going to Gatwick. Ah well, we'll just go for Heathrow then. Oh no. Back. We are going to Gatwick. Still 34 mile out. It's because I saw Heathrow there, it was confusing me. So it's Echo Golf Kilo Kilo we're looking for. I still don't have it yet. 31 miles out. Indicated airspeed will now bring down to 190. Increase those flaps. I've reduced the speed, it's just taking its time. Delta Echo Charlie Echo Lima is the waypoint we're at, or the VOR. It just looks like Duracell to me. Oh, we're doing well, 90% satisfaction rate. Come on, give us that. 23 mile out. Echo Golf, Kilo Kilo. Aye, that is very true. Mate, left base runway 08 right. $170. Nuts. Altitude down to 6,000. In fact, we'll go 3,000. Oh, they didn't like that. Down to 75%. It's okay, it's coming back up though. Let's just have a...
Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for land, thank you.
Back up to 80%. Toilets are locked, cabin secured.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please make sure you are seated with your belt fastened and your trays in the upright position. Any items should be safely stored, and remember to turn off all electronic devices until after landing. Thank you.
Okay. Pretty good so far. Think we'll just change our altitude to indicated airspeed down to 160. It's up to 270. That's better. 170. Altitude can come down another 100 feet. Happy with that at the moment. Vertical speed, I'm just going to change that when I can. Down another 100 feet. And another. Vertical speed. Set it. 1,000 heading. Altitude. Go for. Can't even read that. $1,000 heading. Vertical speed. Indicated airspeed. Heading. Landing gear down.
2,000. Can crew seats for landing, please.
It's going to be a bumpy one.
$500, $400, $300, $200, $100, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, 5,
Got a really nice landing there, according to the SLC.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the aircraft has arrived at the gate. You are
As you
reminded
can
that
see,
all electronic
we got nice
devices
landing.
should remain turned off until you are in the terminal building. Thank you.
Chin Gatwick ground. Taxi to gates. We're good to go. Gate 86. We still got an 80% satisfaction. I'd love a set of foot pedals. I reckon it would make this a bit smoother. Something a Globemaster. Not moving, so unless I've fixed that bug that it had. As I say, the only downside to this is obviously the how bouncy it is when you're taxiing. A bit bloody late. Continue taxiing. I would say that wasn't too bad of a landing. Okay, we can shut down our engines.
Cabin crew, doors to manual, please. Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure. Please open doors. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit once again, I hope you enjoyed your flight with us today. On behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, we wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport and hope to see you again soon. Thanks for flying with us.
Don't know what kind of aircraft that is. There we go. Everybody is off. Just waiting for the last of the bags to come off, so we can start full shutdown. We've got our external power there, so right, let's view our flight report. So we got a nice landing with 0.9 Gs, an overall passenger rating of 78.7%. It's gave me a kind of flight summary saying that it wasn't a great flight. You communicated effectively with the cabin crew during all critical flight phases, ensuring their safety. The passengers were most comfortable while flying due to you handling the aircraft well, although you were a little overzealous on the stick at some points. So I think that was towards the end. I forgot that you can have it so that while you're doing a turnaround, they can have them cleaning the aircraft. Your landing was almost perfect. Passengers remained comfortable and you ensured control of the aircraft by touching down positively. Good job. Overall, your passengers were slightly happier after flying with you. Good work. We arrived on time. We were actually early. Our maximum roll left was 35.6 degrees, so that was when we banked in just at the last second. So the airmanship in terms of what we did wrong, our rolls right and our pitch up was absolutely perfect. Our G-force minimum was not met, and maximum was 1.48 Gs. So we pulled up a little too hard and the passengers were a bit uncomfortable. I think that's when I was trying to turn the altitude up when we had the turbulence, and I actually done the vertical speed, increased that very high, so we kind of went up, pushed down a little too hard and the passengers were a bit uncomfortable. Again, that was when we decreased the vertical speed to get us onto that flight plan, and we pushed down in the nose a little bit too much and the passengers were a bit nervous. I'm assuming that is also to do with the nose down, and we turned a little bit steeply, so taxied the aircraft at appropriate speeds throughout the flight. Well done. You stayed on the taxiway at all times. You performed a safe and successful takeoff. You managed the cabin crew during takeoff effectively, and I forgot to turn landing lights off when we reached 10,000 feet. Forgot to turn landing lights on below 10,000 feet. And my airspeed was well above 250 knots while the aircraft was below 10,000 feet. That's because I increased it to 3,000 taking off. And managed the cabin crew correctly during approach and landings. So I would say that was pretty successful. Anyway, I am going to have to go. I will hopefully do another one later tonight, and